Hello and welcome to another Peterson podcast. In this week's podcast, we're going to talk about photosynthesis and respiration. This is from pages 81 through 85 in your Indiana Science textbook. Photosynthesis is basically a process plants and other plant-like organisms use to convert light energy into glucose or sugar to be used as food. So quite literally, they're able to produce their own food. Therefore, they are producers. We've also called these organisms autotrophs and are simply defined as organisms that can make their own food. Animals are consumers or heterotrophs that are organisms that cannot make their own food. Now, organisms that use photosynthesis are usually green in color because they contain chlorophyll inside of their chloroplasts. These are the actual structures which capture the light and allow them to convert that light energy into food. You will need to know the formula for photosynthesis. The formula is 6 carbon dioxide added to 6 water added to light energy inside of the chloroplast gives off sugar and oxygen. So 6 CO2 added to 6 H2O and light energy inside of the chlorophyll gives off C6H12O6 and 6O2. So again, carbon dioxide gas, water, and sunlight give off glucose and oxygen. You will need to know that for the test, so make sure you're very familiar with the formula for photosynthesis. Respiration, on the other hand, cellular respiration, is the process in which chemical reactions break down food molecules into simpler substances to release energy. So basically, all the food that you take in, sugars, carbohydrates, proteins, starches, everything is broken down into glucose. Each glucose molecule is then broken down to release that energy. And that part is what's done at the cellular level in the mitochondria. And basically, the cellular energy that is released is acetylene triphosphate, or simply ATP. And so what you need to know is cellular respiration breaks down glucose inside the mitochondria to release ATP. You also need to know the formula for cellular respiration. And it is basically the opposite of photosynthesis. So I take glucose, C6H12O6, I add oxygen, 6 O2 molecules, inside the mitochondria, releasing CO2, 6 carbon dioxide molecules, 6 water molecules, so it's 6 H2O, and heat energy as a result of this transfer. Again, so glucose, which is a sugar, added to oxygen in the mitochondria, releases carbon dioxide, water, and heat energy. We also talked a little bit about fermentation, which is an anaerobic type of respiration. What that means is it takes place in the absence of oxygen. But the problem with that is that waste products are produced like lactic acid, alcohol, again, more carbon dioxide, can be released when you have anaerobic respiration occurring like that in fermentation. Again, this occurs in the absence of oxygen. So we're talking about, when you're working out or things like that where you're just not able to take in enough oxygen. In conclusion, remember that these are opposites of each other. Photosynthesis and respiration are, again, opposites of each other. Photosynthesis produces sugar and oxygen, which are then in turn used by respiration. Respiration produces carbon dioxide and water, which are then used by photosynthesis. And so it's the big circle of life thing. Okay, very good.